Live from the Titans Soccer Complex on Eastern Florida's Melbourne campus, it's the 2015 NJCAA Division I Women's Soccer Championship. Game 7 with the 11-seed Moraine Valley Cyclones battling the number 7-seed Monroe College Mustangs. Coming up next. Game number 7 of the tournament. As pool play continues, we turn our attention to Pool B now as we see the 11-seeded Moraine Valley Cyclones taking on the defending national champion and 7-seed Monroe College Mustangs. Welcome back to Melbourne, Florida. Nick Runowitz here. Thanks for joining us on NJCAA TV. We've got a great matchup, as Muhammad Ali put it. The champ is here. Monroe opening up their title defense. This should be a good one. Let's check out our players to watch for this tilt between Moraine and Monroe. The first one, Caitlin Egiarto, exited the game in the loss to Tyler yesterday after taking a knee to the side of the head. She looks to be good to go here today, and that's fortunate for Moraine Valley. They did not have a backup goalie. How about Monroe as we switch over to them opening up their title defense? Alani Delima, 20 goals, 6 assists this season. She's been the main offensive scorer for this Monroe team. We'll keep an eye on her as things continue here today. Starting lineups, let's check out the 11s for both of these teams. Tiffany Martinez for Monroe getting the start and goal, just her 4th start of the year, mainly the backup to Jordan Wainwright this season. The coaches for both of these teams, the man making that decision for Monroe, it's Jonathan Garber. He's in his 4th year. Albert Pilar is in his 1st season with Moraine Valley. How about our referees for this tilt between Moraine and Monroe? They're Brian Bauer, Carlton Shakes, and Jasmine Willis. As we're ready to get things underway between these two, game number 7 of the tournament, game number 2, make it 3 of the day here in Melbourne as things get started here. Same jerseys for Moraine Valley as game 1. They're in the black jerseys, black shorts, high black socks. They'll move from left to right across your screen. Monroe College open up their title defense. A win right here in Melbourne in the final game of the tournament last year. We'll talk about it as this broadcast continues. They're in the white jerseys, white shorts, blue numbers and letters as well with high white socks. Ball played back to Egiarto. Misplayed here. Here's Delima. To the left side. Nice move there. She's going to take a shot. This one to the back post, and it's put in. No time wasted. Less than a minute in. 50 seconds into the first half, and Alani Delima puts it in the back of the net. Her 21st goal of the year. This one all by herself. Took it to the left side. Look at her tap the brakes. The defender goes by and puts it in the back corner of the net. Nicely done. She beats Caitlin Egiarto. And quickly, 1-0 Monroe. Here comes Delima again. This one knocked away. Back out of bounds. So the title defense opens well for Monroe College. Let's take another look at Alani splitting those defenders, and once again just taking a moment, gathering herself, and beating Caitlin Egiarto, who had a tough angle on the ball. Directed out to the far side. This is Gabriela Braga. Trying to turn that corner, ran a little bit out of room after getting it to Maya Williams. 4 forwards starting here today for Monroe College and head coach Jonathan Garber. You've met Delima, as well as Nicole Rivera, Maya Williams, Gabriela Braga. So early on, Monroe College pressuring this Moraine Valley team that, as I mentioned, did not have their goalkeeper in yesterday's loss. Here's a header, controlled by Tavares into the box. Nice move there. Centers it. Ball loose out in front. Still loose. Delima couldn't get to it. and it's out the touchline. Correction, that was Braga who couldn't get to it, and a corner kick for Monroe. First one of the game. And already, Moraine Valley with their backs up against the wall. Corner kick will be handled by Alisa Vahira. Her kick is long towards that back post, loose in the front. Maya Williams there, couldn't quite get a head on it, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Kathleen Sousa, the last to touch it. Let's take a look before that. What caused that last corner kick? You see Tavares centering it, and that ball all open and alone by itself for a little bit too long for comfort if you're a Moraine Valley supporter. And another corner kick here, played short. Knocked back. This one sent in. Wasn't even close. And Egiarto will handle this one. Egiarto will roll it over to Delilah Akala. Her kick is short. Ball at the top of the box. Little back touch there. And it's keyed out by Moraine Valley. This ball is punched forward and now controlled. Here's Williams. On that far side, run off the ball, and that is iced by Alexis Delgado, the Burbank, Illinois native. Braga there on the throw-in. It's knocked out one more time. They're going to toss this one to Williams, or looking for. It's an errant pass. Sent back out. Sousa there. Directed back to the defensive line. They'll change the point of attack. Now back over to Sousa. Sending to the near side. Nicely done to Brooke Smith. Lofted in. Tavares controls on the touchline. Looking to center this one. Loose ball. Out of the top of the box, and it falls to Smith. Her shot well long. And Egiarto will have the goal kick once again, which looks like Delilah Akala will handle it as well. We weren't sure if Kaylin, excuse me, Egiarto was going to handle this game today. She exited that loss 4-0 to Tyler yesterday. Here's another chance, and it's lifted up and out of play. But she exited that game yesterday after taking a knee to the back of the head. It was Spates from Tyler who ended up making contact on a ball. It was one that Egiarto went in and slid for, and there was a collision. Immediately opened up a gash, it looked like, on the back of her head. She had to leave the game. Lauren Reagan took over in goal. There was no backup goalkeeper on the roster. Albert Pilar, the head coach, was in a tough position there. Here comes Sousa. Left it back for Rivera. Correction, that's Braga. And her centering kick is loose. This is another shot. It ends up on the right foot of Monroe. And that one put in the back of the net by Kathleen Sousa. It's 2-0. 6 minutes in. Monroe with the lead. Let's take another look here. The centering pass broken up, ends up loose. Sousa standing there, right place, right time, and she finds the back of the net. So now 2-0 for Monroe. Sousa, her second goal of the year. Long ball headed away. Sent to the near side. This is Brooke Smith. Back to Sousa. Just picked up her second goal of the year to give her team a 2-0 advantage. We're not even 7 minutes into this first half. Braga has it sent back out. Sousa will go get it. Most goals scored in a game in the tournament right now, 7. Here's Alana. That one knocked down by Egiarto. De Lima with the shot there. Almost had her second of the game. She already has 1. We saw Eastern Florida State put 7 up last night in their win over Spartanburg Methodist. And they could have had many, many more in that one as well. That game, Jeff Carr and his squad kind of throttled back towards the end. If they wanted to, could have put up much more than just 7. Battle on the sideline, this put on the right side, and shot deflected. Let's take a look one more time at that last Sousa score. Once again, the 2 defenders that were there just couldn't quite corral it. Alex Abed there. And it ends up in the back of the net. Corner kick, second of the match for Monroe College. Here it comes, little outswinger near the front of the box. Header, that one Egiarto knocks down, nicely done, and it's sent away by the defense. Egiarto with a good stop there. It's been just wave after wave of offensive attacks from the Mustangs here early. They're off in running. Anna Hess to toss it in. She will, and Moraine Valley playing back after getting all this pressure early. The throw-in went into the defensive side for Monroe College, and no one even crossed midfield for Moraine Valley to try to put any pressure on there. Throw-in, this is Pachkovska. And once again, here's Rivera on the attack, surveying. Has Tavares in front of her. Her pass blocked away. De Lima, already 1 goal. Taking her time. She's going to go downfield to the opposite side. Sousa sends this one in. Top of the box. Here's the shot. Egiarto with the save. Tavares pulling the trigger there. Tavares once again here. She goes down. Foul called. We're 10 minutes in. Egiarto with 2 saves already. This one, Tavares at the top of the box, standing alone. Egiarto climbing the ladder and pulling that one down. So a flurry from the Mustangs as we get this first half underway. We're 10 minutes in. It's 2-0 Monroe. Could not have asked for a better start to the national title defense. This one to De Lima, a little bit too long. De Lima able to settle it. Punches it in, little give and go, back out. And they're going to call her offsides. De Lima behind that last defender. Jonathan Garber, the head coach of this Monroe team, a national championship a season ago. He's in his 4th year. Career record with the Mustangs, 58-6. He's put together quite a program. Took over in 2008. I think that 2001 when this team played their, 2011 that is, when this team played their first Division I year. De Lima, little miscommunication there. One zigged while the other zagged. That was Rivera that knocked it away. Now De Lima with it, trying to leave it back for Williams. Couldn't do it. Here's a big collision near midfield. Everyone's going to get up and be all right. Sousa upended. For Moraine Valley, Deanna Lang. Foul called. Lang ticketed for it, and Monroe College will have the free kick. Lined up across the top of the box, Brooke Smith will handle it. She chunks this one in there, out towards the back. The header just a little bit too long for Sousa. And she's called offsides as well. DeLima controls. Sent along, and once again another miscommunication here between Tavares and Alani DeLima. Aguiarto's drop kick, bringing it towards the near sideline here, settled by Smith. And controlled by the Cyclones, sent up ahead. This one left back. And Moraine Valley trying to find some semblance of an offense here. And an early substitution. Checking into the ball game is Evelina Cummin. Moraine Valley controls. A couple of headers. Sousa battling for it. This one boomed deep. Here's a race to it. Maybe a chance? No, it's turned away. There, Nicole Rivera trying to run it down. Here's Maya Williams. Braga. And it's knocked out the sideline, and a throw in for Monroe College. Moraine Valley, Region 4 champs, opened up their tournament yesterday. A 4-0 loss to Tyler. I mentioned the injury to Aguiarto, the goalkeeper. Lauren Reagan was the backup that was called in, though she had spent 20 minutes the entire season between the pipes. Here comes Monroe. Looking for Braga, just a little bit too long, and a goal kick for Aguiarto. But in that game against Tyler, very similar to this one from Moraine Valley. They give up a goal early, and then they settled back defensively and just didn't turn any offense out of that. It's tough when you pack 7, 8, 9 back behind midfield, trying to make sure that you don't give up any opportunities, but it's hard then to turn any of your own. Centering pass that is wide, off the foot of Nicole Rivera. Monroe has opened up this game and kind of set the tone for forwards in this game with DeLima, Rivera, Williams, and Braga. And they have 2 goals off of it to start here. One from DeLima, one from Kathleen Sousa, the midfielder. Here's DeLima now. Sent back to Veres, gonna hunt it down, trying to settle the ball. Couldn't do it. Monroe is 13-2. A 7-0 win over Community College of Rhode Island. Sent them to this championship tournament, the national tournament. This ball sent in, DeLima with it on her left foot. And it's sent over to the other side. Here comes Anna Hess. Puts it into the box. Header just missed. Ball on the left side. Tavares wants to go hunt this one down. She settles it in the corner. A de facto corner kick here is lofted into the middle of the box. The header just goes wide. And the ball bounces back behind the goal. Speaking of that ball, Select Sports is proud to be the official match ball of the National Junior College Athletic Association. Select Super FIFA Match Ball is used exclusively at all NJCAA soccer championships. Select sport inspired by history, but designed for the future. 2-0 Monroe leads Moraine Valley with 28 minutes to go in the first half. Pass intended for DeLima. Knocked away. This back four from Monroe College have seldom been tested. Here comes Brooke Smith. Trying to dump it in for Tavares, couldn't find her. Throw-in will go back to Monroe College. There's Brooke Smith. Marta Turmo. We're going to push the envelope, changes direction, bumped off the ball. And this one sent down and deep. No one really out there. Turmo will toss it in. Tiffany Martinez between the pipes for Monroe College. She stands out there patrolling. Don't even know if Moraine has had the ball on that side of the pitch for more than a couple of moments in this half. It's been all Monroe College. We're 19 minutes about into this first half. 2-0, the lead for the Mustangs. Smith looking to the middle of the pitch. This is DeLima, left side. Her shot is just going to roll past that back post and out the touchline. She had Maya Williams on a free run, but nothing really doing there. And now a substitution coming for Moraine Valley into the ball game. Zatali Manduhanu from Chicago, Illinois. Deanna Lang will take a seat. Braga sent in. And a soft pass taken away by Moraine Valley. Back to the near side. Pachkovsika will send it out this near side. Here's Braga again. Make that Williams. She weaves her way up that far side. Played it a little bit too far, and Williams couldn't get to it. That one knocked out. And another corner kick. Make that just a throw-in for Monroe. Williams has it knocked away. Works around two defenders. Still on her feet now. Sends it up to DeLima. Back around played for Brooke Smith. She attacks. Has it knocked aside. Melissa Gonzalez. And now a throw-in for Moraine Valley. Pachkovska will do it. Throws it right to Bruna Tavares. DeLima sent over to Braga. She's got some real estate. Maya Williams, a little crossover in the box, sends it towards the goal, just missed the free runner on her way to the goal there. That was Nicole Rivera. If she could have gotten to it, may have had an easy goal. And a goal kick coming now for Moraine Valley. Tavares make that. Sent back. Williams. Monroe College continues to attack. This is Braga again with all kinds of speed. Sent in. And this ball, once again, fired out. Let's take a look one more time at that last opportunity that Monroe College had. You see Williams trying to send that one in, and well, it looks like they were just a little off kilter there in terms of the communication. Nicole Rivera, on her way, was just out in front of it. May have gotten pushed by, may have gotten bumped by the defender in the chance for that ball, but would have been a good opportunity. Here's Rivera again waiting for it. Tavares kicks this one off a defender. Should be a throw-in for Monroe College. I mean, for Moraine Valley, they've played this entire first half, just about the first 24 minutes. In their defensive third. Here's a shot. That one's knocked away by Egiarto. And it rolls out towards the touchline. Williams, nice move there. Has a little bit of daylight, trying to find a cutter. Can't, rolls out to the backside, and the shot high for Tavares. Let's take another look at that one more time. Keyed up for Monroe College, sent in. And this shot, it's De Lima again on one bounce. Egiarto almost got caught overplaying the bend there, and was just able to punch it away. Remains 2-0 Monroe. Williams, little give and go as she moves up the right side. And this ball deflected. Corner kick for Monroe College, their third of the half. See who will handle it for this team. Elisa Vahira will handle it. Out in that far corner. Vahira will line it up. 4 in the box. Now 5 on contact. Here's the header. Rolls out the back. This will go to Moraine Valley. Cyclones a 4-0 loss to Tyler yesterday to open up the tournament. If they can't rally here today, Deanna Lang to check back in. Cynthia Salas will take a seat. Their tournament would be over. Winner of each pool moves on to Friday's semifinal. And of course, the winners of the semifinals move on to the championship. That is Saturday night. So Moraine Valley in a little bit of a hole here after a 4-0 loss yesterday, and now down 2-0 early. Braga dumps it back. Now this one's sent in. They're looking for Rivera, who got underneath the defender on that lofted ball, and a foul called. Karina Lopez, the one out there that got bumped. Ball sent long. Here's a header at midfield. Played well by Rivera. Left it for Sousa. Williams will go get it. Back to Rivera. Monroe, crisp passing here as they'll change the point of attack. Send it over to Vahira. Coming near side now with Brooke Smith. 18.5 minutes to go first half. Dumped off to De Lima. The Mustangs' main goal scorer with little bit of nifty footwork there. That one keyed out of bounds, and we'll have corner kick number 4 of the game for Monroe College. DeLima already with a goal, her 21st of the year. That came 50 seconds into this half. We've barely gotten settled in our chairs. Brooks Smith, the right-footed freshman, will play it short. Vahira back to her. Now over to Vahira. Sent in. Longer ball. Loose. Deflected out the backside, and it's a chase for Moraine Valley. They'll send it upfield, and it's recollected by Monroe College. I mean, the way that Moraine Valley is playing defensively right now, they're just trying to keep this at 2-0. They're playing everybody back. Not much pressure at all to move the ball offensively. DeLima. Tavares back on a give and go. Tavares left side. She's taken down. I'm not sure if that was the defender or the field that made that play. Either way, the Cyclones appreciate it because Tavares had a little bit of room there. Let's take a look as on the give and go here, Tavares had some room. She was all by herself, wasn't she? No, just got knocked on that back leg as the defender came over. Alex Abed, the freshman from Palos Hills, made contact. Brooks Smith surveying. Tavares. DeLima. They whistle her offsides. She didn't realize it, was calling for the ball. Correction, that was not DeLima, that was offsides. That was Nicole Rivera, the other forward. 16 minutes to go, first half, 2-0 Monroe. This is our 3rd game of the day here in Melbourne, Florida, the 2015 NJCAA Women's Soccer Championships. We appreciate you joining us here on NJCAA TV. I'm Nick Grunowitz. Another brilliant week of soccer here. The weather has cooperated, maybe knock on wood as some clouds start to blow their way in. We'll have another game left after this. Ball into the box, and it's collected by Egarto. After this, we'll see Spartanburg Methodist, the 12-seed, take on 8-seeded Pima. This is the 7th game of the tournament. 4 Monday, 4 Tuesday, 4 more on Wednesday as well. A throw-in deemed for Moraine Valley here. Friday, those semifinals I mentioned. Saturday, the championship game. We've already seen a win for Darton State over Schoolcraft. And the first upset of the tournament, Laramie took down Lewis and Clark 3-1. 3 goals in the second half for Laramie, the 10-seed, to stun Lewis and Clark. Long ball, they're looking for Braga. Into the top of the box. Keyed in for Williams, couldn't find her. That was Tavares out there. DeLima. Tavares will bring it to the near side with Brooks Smith. One touch, Rivera. Braga, good passing here from Monroe. To the left, left-footed shot, Aguiardo waiting on it. She'll take it on a hop. Under 14 minutes left in that 2-0 lead for Monroe. Aguiardo walking it out. And this header askew back to the near side. Brooks Smith knocked it out. Pachkovska to toss it in for Moraine Valley. They don't have a shot in the half. They've had the ball for maybe a moment over midfield. It has been all Monroe since the first goal was scored 50 seconds in by Alani de Lima, the Belo Horizonte, Brazil native. Here she is with it. Taking her time, de Lima will touch it back. Here comes Smith. Brook to Van Hira. Make it Vahira. And this ball sent long. A chance here on the right side. Centered shot, hit the side of the post. Egarto will turn it away. That one from Tavares again. She's had a couple of shots on goal, have come up empty so far. De Lima knocked off, Tavares upended. And a foul called, and another good opportunity for Monroe College. Let's take a look at that last opportunity for Tavares up the right side. Tried to settle it, and it did not hit the post. The left hand of Egarto rejected that one. So some good goalkeeping there from Kaylin Egarto. After leaving that game against Tyler for injury, due to injury, she's come in here, has let in 2 early ones, but I mean, honestly, this could have been maybe 4 or 5 at this point in time with the way Monroe has been able to turn in some opportunities. Brooke Smith shaken up after the 50-50 ball. She's down. The Monroe defender. They're going to call for the trainer. And out to talk with Brooke Smith is the trainer. Everyone's going to take this opportunity for a water break. Smith's slow to get up, but she finally does and will walk off the field under her own power. Let's take a look one more time at that header. And yeah, it was just head on head there. Smith banging heads with Evelina coming. So they'll walk her off. A replacement will come in with 11:47 to go here in this first half. Monroe, a 2-0 lead over Moraine Valley. You can see some of the athletes from different teams. That the Apache there on their day off, enjoying the tournament here. It's kind of the nice thing about hosting a tournament like this or being involved in a tournament like this one. Athletes from all over the country get a chance to go out, enjoy watching the different games. You saw the members from Tyler Junior College there, the ones that, of course, beat this Moraine Valley team, but I'm pretty sure they're more interested in that Monroe College squad that's up 2-0. They'll be playing them tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So Tyler's sitting there, maybe that entire team doing a little bit of homework while they scout their opponent for tomorrow. It's also the nice thing as well. You get a little bit of a preview the day before you're going to play a team. Ball sent in, and comes Monroe once again. Termo. Tripped up. This one taking from Moraine Valley. Sent up ahead. This turned away, and they were looking for Stafira. She can't handle it. De Lima has it knocked away. Both teams having trouble keeping control of the ball here. Rodriguez up ahead. That's another person who has been quiet throughout this tournament. Maribello Rodriguez, the 21 goal scorer from this past year, the Chicago, Illinois native. This one dumped in. Tavares will go get it. Sends it back out. This is Braga. Lifted by Rivera. Sousa wins the battle. And once again, Turmo will handle. Gabriella Bluford, ball on their left foot. To Rivera. Under 10 minutes to go first half. Monroe College content right now to move the ball across the defensive back line. Here's Turmo. Maybe she wants to press it a bit here. Sousa. Backside Tavares. She's on sides. Coming out Aguiarto. She can't make the play. Tavares, who had a couple of opportunities, turned away, finds the back of the net, and it's 3-0 Monroe.
Goal for Monroe College by number 7, Tavares.
Let's take another look at this one. Monroe College sort of lulled Moraine Valley to sleep. They get it to Tavares, who's on the back door there, and she's able to beat Aguiarto, who came out to try to make the play. So Bruna Tavares with the goal. And it makes it 3-0 Monroe. For Tavares, her 5th goal of the season. Moraine Valley loses it out the near side once again. Brooke Smith has re-entered the game after leaving. Shaken up after clunking heads on a 50-50 ball there. And here is DeLima. Already 1 goal, searching for a little more. Braga. Turmo. And they'll hand it to Brooke Smith. She's got a lot of work playing mostly on this side of midfield. That is the offensive side for Monroe College. Gabriella Braga hits the turf, and they'll call a foul. This will go back to Monroe. Let's take a look at the Tavares goal one more time. Backdoor, she's on sides, and just punches it by Aguiarto. Number 5 of the year for Tavares. Maybe another opportunity coming here once again for Monroe. Instead, it'll roll out of bounds, and corner kick number 5 of the half will come for Monroe. See who will handle this one. Both Smith and Vahira heading out there, and Smith will handle it. They played it short last time to Vahira and then back to Smith. See what the tendency is here. She will play it short one more time. Misplay, but they get it to Smith, and she lofts this one up towards the top of the box. It's left out. Braga's shot from just outside the top is wide right. 7:40 to go. First half, 3-0. Monroe College with the lead. I mentioned the game after this. Pima will play Spartanburg Methodist. Don't sleep on that Spartanburg Methodist team too much. They played well with Eastern Florida for the first 10 minutes or so of that first half, and then Eastern Florida took control, the top overall seed. Feed in. DeLima has it taken away. Back out. Braga controlled for a moment, but couldn't quite keep possession. Here's DeLima. She seems to be everywhere on the pitch right now. Kind of playing in the middle of the field, roaming around. They send it out to Brooke Smith. Tavares, 1 goal already to Braga. She's still searching for hers. Swung back around. This is Vahira. And Monroe College once again using this defensive line on the back to change the point of attack. They give it to Sousa. She keyed it in last time. Tavares controls. She's going to cut into the middle of the box. trying to leave it off for Williams. This deflected. The top shot is in. That one off the foot of Nicole Rivera, and she picks up her first goal of the game, 4th of the half for Monroe College, and the 10th of the season for Nicole Rivera. Sousa into the middle of the box, tried to drop it off for Williams. She sent it in, and Rivera finds the back of the net. It is 4-0 Monroe College. Nicole Rivera from Washingtonville, New York. The sophomore has given her team that 4-0 lead with a little over 6 minutes to go in the first half. One punch to the near side. Finally, Tiffany Martinez is required to do something here. She has sat for the first 39 minutes, a spectator, just like the rest of us. This game played completely on the Monroe College offensive half. Brooke Smith. Toss into Sousa. Termo will leave it to Sousa again. Once again, you can see what Monroe College does here. They move this ball across the back line. They try to set up the proper point of attack, and then Sousa, during the past 2 goals, has just gone right down the middle. I kind of compare it to a point guard with dribble penetration across the top and then just gives it off when a defender picks up to try to help. And that is what's happened the last 2 times. Sousa has been the one to pick up the assist. Bounding ball out the near side, and Brooke Smith will handle it. Under 5 minutes to go first half, 4-0 Monroe College. And I'm sure Jonathan Garber would only smile if you asked him whether or not he was pleased with this type of a performance to open up a national title defense. Monroe took it all home a year ago, beating Iowa Western in overtime on this field. Here comes Williams to the top. DeLima overran it, and they'll have to play it back to Braga. Bit of a miss-hit there from Hess. It's out the sideline, and another throw-in. Hess will do it for Monroe College. 4 goals, 5 corner kicks for Monroe here. This one played in by Williams. Sent out Braga, alone on the right. Her shot up high, that off the crossbar, did not go in, and it's picked up by Aguiarto. Braga almost had the 5th of the half, went top shelf, just caught the bottom of the crossbar, but not enough to sneak it in. Rather, too much to sneak it in. Braga. This shot high, that one just over the top of that crossbar again. Let's go back and see the near goal from Braga. Steps by the defender, pulls the trigger, and this one flutters just a little bit too much. Aguiarto got a hand on it to deflect it. That ball came down just in front of the line, no goal. And then Aguiarto was able to dive on it before Nicole Rivera found her 2nd goal of the match. Ball sent out, 3-minute mark. Here in the first half, 4-0 Monroe College. Sousa. Looking for Smith, she finds her. Rivera out in front. They'll play it to her. Here comes Sousa again. Moraine Valley just trying to find an answer here to stop this onslaught of Mustang attack. Played back out, misplayed by Sousa. Covering is Vahira. Smith will track this one down. Rivera. And this one shifted out of bounds. Smith. Right back out to her. She lines it up. Throws it into the box. Header. This one, Aguiarto cannot get to it. And it's knocked in over the top of the goalkeeper, Kaylin Aguiarto, and it's the second of the game for Alani DeLima. Her 22nd of the year, 5-0. Monroe College. Let's take another look. Played back to Smith. She fires it in. And a perfect header there. Just flutters over the top of Aguiarto. And DeLima able to put it in twice in this half. 22 on the year for her. A nice 2015 season, don't you think? Braga. Left back for Nicole Rivera. A minute 40 to go. Monroe College has thrown a nickel up there. 5-0. Moraine Valley trying to find its footing. Cyclones having a rough time. Touched in for Williams. She can't catch up. Goal kick right to Williams. She puts on the Jets. Changes direction. Nicely done. Sent to the top. And it's taken away by Moraine Valley. They were looking once again for an opportunity. 60 seconds to go. First half. This ball sent back around to Vahira. Smith. Monroe College still looking for a little more here. One touch. They've got Tavares, another chance here. Centered, streaking to the goal, Williams. She's tripped up by Vahira. Make that Aguiarto who came out, and Williams couldn't quite get there in time. With 39 seconds to go, they're going to call a foul here. Will they give this ball back to Moraine Valley? Yes. Termo receives, and once again, no real pressure here from Moraine Valley. They play back, trying to just defend themselves. Here's Braga. Her shot from on the top of the box. That one up, and it is too long. Aguiarto leaping. Made it over the top of the crossbar, and Kaylin Aguiarto will hold on to this one for as long as possible and walk it out. This should take us to the end of the half. And she sets this one down. That'll do it. So at the end of one half, Monroe College throws 5 goals up. They lead it 5-0 after the first 45 minutes. A pair of goals from Alani DeLima. We'll tell you and show you them when we return for our halftime coverage. You're watching the NJCAA Women's Soccer Championships on NJCAA TV.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
Recently, the Eastern Florida State College women's basketball team held its media day to kick off the new season. Third-year head coach Jim Grimes looks to build upon last season's success.
Well, going to the state tournament last year was a big accomplishment for our program. It had been many years since we were able to do that. Really, the best thing about it was the experience that we were able to gain. So the returning players have already been where we want to be this year, and so that's going to really help us moving forward. As far as our expectations for this season, they're similar to what they were going into last season. You know, we want to have steady improvement. I want to see daily development in the team, and hopefully we can do even more than we did last season. Well, I've been very pleased with how the team has come together. Our chemistry seems to be good. I think this summer really helped us. We didn't have that in past years. We spent a lot of time together this summer, so I think we're far ahead in terms of our chemistry.
Well, we're going to bring a lot of energy this year, a lot more athleticism. It's going to be fun to watch us play. We got a lot of shooters, Emma, Paola. We have Trudy Walker and Kenya coming in, pushing the pace. It's going to be exciting to watch us play this year.
We're very athletic compared to last year. Like, we can go, last year we couldn't go full court. This year we can go full court D and everything with no problem. Like, very athletic team.
My expectations are pretty high. I'm very excited. I'm very blessed to be here. It's a great opportunity for me to play for Eastern Florida. It's a great program. I'm really excited to be here. It's a great school, great teammates, great professors, great athletic program. So I'm really excited, and my expectations and hopes are high. I think we're gonna focus on what we need to do, and I think we're gonna do it.
Admission is free, so check the college website for the next home game and come out and support your Titans.
They're going to see a team that plays really hard. They're going to see a team that cares about each other. They're going to play together. And hopefully they're going to see a team that makes really good decisions.
Well, I would tell you, you think last year was something, wait till you see this team.
Titan Madness was in the air as the annual event launched the 2015-2016 season for the men's and women's Titans basketball teams. The night began with a skills competition, pitting Titans players against one another in a display of sharpshooting from all over the court. Then it was nothing but net for the men and women as they showed off their shooting prowess in the three-point shooting contest. The Titans men and women then took to the court to face off in the co-ed scrimmage. Finally, the high-flying Titans dazzled the crowd with gravity-defying jams in the crowd favorite dunk contest. This year, the talented men's team looks to continue its success behind three-time reigning FCSAA Southern Conference Coach of the Year, Jeremy Schulman. Coach Jim Grimes leads the Lady Titans team as they look to repeat as FCSAA Southern Conference champs. Admission to all Titans games is free, so check the schedule for the next home game and come out and support your Titans.
One half in the books here on day two in Melbourne, Florida. Monroe College a 5-0 lead over Moraine Valley after 45 minutes of soccer here in Pool B play. It's our third game here on day two, 8th game of the tournament. As we welcome you back into the broadcast, thanks for joining us here on NJCAA TV. Nick Grunowitz, sideline at the Titan Soccer Complex. It was all Monroe College in the first half. They score 5 goals on 17 shots. Let's give you a look here at this one. Just an absolute onslaught. Alani DeLima opened it up 50 seconds into this one and put the ball in the back of the net to make it 1-0. And then from there, another goal for Monroe. That was Sousa who put it in the back of the net. Tavares with a shot. Kaylin Aguiarto made a couple of nice stops in order to keep this one at 5-0. She worked hard. As I mentioned, 17 shots for this Monroe team. Here's another one punching it away from Tavares, who was denied a couple of times. And, well, she wasn't denied for the whole first half. Right there, Tavares finds the back of the net to make it 3-0. And then on a little give and go here, this one's set up. And another goal scored by Nicole Rivera. And then to finish off the half, Alani DeLima picks up her second of the half to make it 5-0. So Monroe College after 45 minutes of soccer, has a 5-0 lead. I mentioned a couple of the statistics. Moraine Valley without a shot or a goal kick in that first half. They really struggled to get any kind of offensive rhythm going in that one because they were trying to deal with the Monroe offense that put together 17 shots on 6 goal kicks in that first half. I did mention Kaylin Aguiarto, who had 12 saves in that one to keep it to just 5-0. And listen, through one half, Monroe College has to be happy with the title defense that they opened up here today. The champions a season ago, the last game they played on this field, they won. And Jonathan Garber, the fourth-year head coach, has to be happy about that. Their goal-scoring leader, Alani DeLima, put in 2 today, 22 goals in this season, 2 in that first half. And Monroe College pretty much in control of this one. And what they were able to do was move the ball so easily in that first half from Bruna Tavares and Kathleen Sousa across that back line. Brooke Smith, who plays in the defensive backfield for this team, really played a large role as well. And Monroe, halfway towards starting off their national tournament 1-0 to set up a win and on to the semifinal game tomorrow with Iowa Central. Now, for Moraine Valley, as I mentioned, they defensively were able to stave off quite a few attacks, allowed 5 goals. And, well, when you're dealing with that kind of an attack, it's very difficult to put any sort of offensive push together, and that's what we've seen from Albert Pillar's Moraine Valley Cyclones squad. They do not come away with a shot in this one after being held scoreless, losing 4-0 to Iowa Central yesterday. When they come out in this second half, they're going to need to show some sort of energy and try to take it to this Monroe College team, or else their season is done. You can't be 0-2 in pool play and move on. So it's a win-or-go-home match for Moraine Valley, and they find themselves in a 5-0 hole. So it should be a very interesting finish to this one for Monroe College. The goalkeeper, Tiffany Martinez, who was a bit of a surprise start, had only started in 3 previous games before this. Here in her 4th, did not work much. Mainly, as I mentioned, was a spectator just like the rest of us, while Monroe's goal scorers were doing their work. So 45 minutes in the books here in Game 3 of Day 2 of the tournament. It shows Monroe College in a good spot. They're up 5-0 as they open up their title defense here in Melbourne, Florida, off the east coast of the Sunshine State. Second half coming up here in Pool B play, game number 2 in Pool B. We'll get it to you in just a few moments. You're watching the NJCAA Women's Soccer Championships live here from Melbourne, Florida on NJCAA TV.
Titan Madness was in the air as the annual event launched the 2015-2016 season for the men's and women's Titans basketball teams. The night began with a skills competition, pitting Titans players against one another in a display of sharpshooting from all over the court. Then it was nothing but net for the men and women as they showed off their shooting prowess in the three-point shooting contest. The Titans men and women then took to the court to face off in the co-ed scrimmage. Finally, the high-flying Titans dazzled the crowd with gravity-defying jams in the crowd favorite dunk contest. This year, the talented men's team looks to continue its success behind 3-time reigning FCSAA Southern Conference Coach of the Year, Jeremy Schulman. Coach Jim Grimes leads the Lady Titans team as they look to repeat as FCSAA Southern Conference champs. Admission to all Titans games is free, so check the schedule for the next home game and come out and support your Titans.
Eastern Florida State College. This is where you discover new opportunities, where you pursue your dreams, and careers take flight. Apply now for new bachelor and associate degree programs in business, healthcare, computer technology, and other growing fields. Eastern Florida, where Titans rise. Apply today.
Recently, the Eastern Florida State College men's golf team held its 2015 Fall Media Day. Head coach Jamie Howell will need to prepare his players for an ambitious fall schedule that sets the stage for the spring championship season.
Your fall season just gives you an idea of who you are. You know, here's what we're capable of doing, here's where we need to improve, and then you make sure you don't try to do things you're not capable of at this time. So the big issue for me is just letting things play themselves out. You know, literally have the guys prepare and go play at each event and see how we do. You're not going to win if you don't have talent, and even more, you need some chemistry to go with it. So you're looking for guys that are going to fit together. I don't expect them to be best friends forever, but I expect them all to be on the same page, and if we all strive for the same goals, we'll do just fine, even filling those slots every year.
I see a positive being that we are young, but we're eager to build up on experience, eager to build up on being in the heat of the moment like last year. But it's going to be tough, and the positives we have is that Nationals is home. It's not traveling anywhere, and we're going to feel a little more comfortable being around, Brevard County instead of traveling to Kansas or Texas.
Well, I've heard obviously a lot about this program. Obviously, they've got a great history, and obviously being in America, it's great weather, and I feel like coming over here, I'll be able to excel in my game and compete with great players. We have some good sophomores in the team, very good, and if I can learn of what they've done over the last year, it might help me in the next few months developing as a golfer.
Sometimes you feel a little target on your back when you go to tournaments, but like golf is, you can't expect anything. Anybody can win on any given day, and I think that's going to be one of the things we're going to have to learn this year is we've lost a couple players that really helped us last year, but we're going to be replacing them this year with some good freshmen.
So check out the Eastern Florida State College website and come out and support your Titans.
We're going to try to repeat or if not do better. I mean, the goal is always to win, regardless. I didn't come here to get second place, and I don't think any of the guys did either.
We're ready for second half soccer here in Melbourne, Florida, where after the first 45 minutes, Monroe College leads Moraine Valley 5-0. Welcome back into the broadcast. Thanks for joining us here on NJCAA TV. I'm Nick Runowitz. Another beautiful day out here off the east coast of the Sunshine State. Mostly partly cloudy, the weather nice, a little bit of wind as well, but it's been a great afternoon for soccer. It was a good day one as well as these two teams get ready for second half play. The first half, all Monroe. They took it right from the opening whistle. Alini De Lima with 2 goals in that first half, as well as Nicole Rivera. Kathleen Sousa had one. Bruna Tavares put one in as well. Those are your 5 goals from that first half. Monroe College with that 5-0 lead. This is Pool B play. This is pool play here in the NJCAA Women's Soccer Championship. So a win for Monroe College today. Moraine Valley would be eliminated after a loss to Iowa Central yesterday, and it would basically set up a winner and move on to the semifinal game on Wednesday between Monroe College and Iowa Central. But let's not get too far out in front of ourselves. Still another 45 minutes of soccer yet to be played. Moraine Valley with their season on the line. And, well, we saw that in our previous game earlier today as well. When facing a 1-0 deficit heading into the second half, we saw Laramie score 3 goals in the second half to beat Lewis and Clark and keep their title hopes alive as well. So the 11 seed Moraine Valley need to do the same thing here in the second half. We're ready for these two teams to get things underway once again. They'll switch sides. Monroe College in the white jerseys, white shorts, blue numbers and letters. We'll move from left to right across your screen. From right to left, Moraine Valley will move in those black jerseys and black shorts and white trimming. So once again, those 5 goals, 17 shots for Monroe College. This one could have been much worse as well if Kaylin Aguiarto didn't come away with 12 saves in that first half. And we have first touch. We're ready to get things underway for the second half in Melbourne, Florida. Game 3 of the day. One more game after this here today as well. We'll see Spartanburg Methodist in Pool A take on Pima. That's the 12-8 matchup that will round out day 2. And well, day 3 already proving to be an entertaining one, with most of the top seeds, or with all of the top seeds, the top 8 teams playing each other in this tournament. But most of those matchups, 2 of the first 3, will be a win and move on to the semifinal matchup. So Moraine Valley coming out in an early opportunity. They'll pitch this one down the field. Coming out, sliding on it is Tiffany Martinez. She gets her first bit of work in here on the afternoon after 45 minutes of watching her Monroe College teammates score 5 goals. Ball out of bounds. It'll be Monroe College, make it Moraine Valley to toss it in. Bluford will deflect it. Sent back out. Moraine Valley controlled for a moment, and they'll bring it back to the near side here. This is Maribel Portillo. Looking far side, and this one touched back. Monroe College on the attack once again. This is Williams. Correction. It's left back out. Moraine College will control. Long ball sent out. Munisar had it for a moment. Now back and sent long. This time they're looking for Shea, and she can't quite get to it. It's knocked out of bounds out on the sideline here. And she'll toss it in. Caitlin Shea instead will hand it to Maribel Portillo. Hands off to Shea. Back out to Portillo. She's up on the right side. Stands up to the top. All by herself. That's Munsar. And her shot is deflected. Moraine Valley trying to quickly flip the table here. Ball played ahead. Looking for Stafira. And she has it on that far sideline. Trying to work around Bluford. And has it in the box. This one deflected, popped up, and Tiffany Martinez controls. Martinez will send this one up on that far side, taken away by Moraine Valley. Back to the middle of the pitch. Monroe College controls. Jonathan Garber coming out with many of his substitutes here to start this second half. Well, he knows he has another game tomorrow. You want to rest some of your starters and also get some experience to some of your younger players as well. Moraine Valley plays this one long, and it's headed back towards midfield and out of bounds. Moraine Valley will have it. Ball played in. Monroe College once again controls it. Tossed in by Tiffany Reyes, upfield. Here comes Moraine Valley. They're looking for Stafira in the middle of the pitch, and this one deflected out the touchline, and this will go for a goal kick to Tiffany Martinez. We do thank you for joining us here at NJCAA TV. Nick Grunowitz in Melbourne, Florida for you. Day 2 of the tournament. It's a 5-0 lead, Monroe College over Moraine Valley. The Mustangs over the Cyclones. Monroe College scoring those 5 goals, all of them in the first half, and now a majority of Jonathan Garber's starters taking in this game just like you or I. They're spectators on this one. This ball played all the way back in and around, and they're going to give it back to Monroe College. I believe it was a foul in the middle of the field. And they'll send it back over to Bluford from Glassboro, New Jersey. Bluford sends it to the middle of the pitch. Back to the near side here. That's Yui Nojima, who lost it out the near touch line, and Moraine Valley will toss it in, but it goes right to Munasar. Letting it roll by. This is Monroe College with control here at the top. Munasar there. Looking for a white jersey, finds it. It's sent back to the near side. This is Nojima. She is upended and goes down hard, and now a foul called. This is going to be a free kick for Monroe. No card issued. Nojima, yes, they will give a yellow card to Deanna Lang. Let's take a look at this one more time. Yui weaving her way left, got a nice step there, and as she came up was tripped up by Deanna Lang, who has now exited the game after that yellow card. Bluford will handle the kick. Long ball. Monroe College, the bicycle kick in the middle of the box. Nothing doing there. That's Maribel Portillo, who flipped it up over the top of the goal, and it'll go once again right back to Moraine Valley. Portillo from Paraguay. Moraine Valley controls. Rodriguez, full head of steam, has it taken away. Monroe College will send this one back. And here come the Mustangs once again. Bluford. Nojima looking ahead. Spoiled away by Moraine Valley. And now this one taken away by Monroe College. Here comes Portillo. Far side. Mustangs continue to speed up the passing here as they try to dump it in on that far side. Ball collected, top of the box. Here's a left-footed shot, deflected out. That one off the foot of Munasar. Here's Bluford. Moraine Valley's Maribel Rodriguez will knock this one away. And it's once again controlled by Monroe College. They're starting to settle in once again and put some pressure on this Cyclones team. Here comes Moraine Valley looking for an opportunity, and when it goes out the far sideline, it'll go back to Monroe College. Make it back to Moraine Valley, that is. On the throw in, Monroe knocks it away, and Moraine will toss it one more time back in. They'll say this one is going Moraine Valley's way. And now a stoppage of play. A player is down for Moraine Valley. It's Diana Lang. Make it Delilah Akala who is down. Trainer will come over and take a look at her. We're just about 10 minutes into the second half. Monroe College with a 5-0 lead. And they'll tend to Akala here, as looks like they're looking at that right leg. As the trainer takes a look at her, let's see if we have a look at exactly what happened out there on this throw-in. Akala wearing the number 2 jersey jumped into the back of a Monroe player and may have just banged that knee. They continue to look at her. Moraine Valley, this would be a tough one to lose, the freshman from Blue Island. Let's see if we can get a better look at exactly what happened there as they toss this one in, and you can see Akala right here from the back angle jumping into the back of the defender and then coming down, and looks like that leg just slipped underneath of her and she came down uneasy, immediately went down to the turf, and now they're going to help her up. Very uneasy is Akala. Doesn't want to put any weight on it. They're going to have to help her off. While they do that, Monroe College meets at midfield. The 11 players in the game right now. Jonathan Garber, that is, has come out with most of his reserves here in the second half, up 5-0. Already looking forward to tomorrow's matchup with Iowa Central. Win or lose, they'll play that game. You get 2 games in this 3-team pool play. They help Akala off the field. Courtney Hanold will check in for Moraine Valley. A scrum for it near midfield. This controlled by Monroe College, and it's played back to Bluefield. Make it Bluford. Nojima. Munasar. Back to this right side comes Portillo. Now Munasar. Back up high. Ball on the right foot of Gonzalez as she moves out. Leaves it back for a teammate. Monroe College probing for a weak spot in this Moraine Valley defense. Gonzalez's kick headed back out. Moraine Valley will send it out that far sideline. Pachkovska does it. This one sent in on the far sideline. Crisp passing here from Monroe College, nearly taken away though. This one sent to Portillo and taken away by Moraine Valley. Left back, this is Maggie Hacker. Up ahead, Stafira, touched back for Hacker, and that is out of bounds. And a throw in for Monroe College. Hacker can't control it. And Monroe with Bluford will send it along that back line. Up ahead to the far side, Gonzalez. Knocked back. Fuentes. Nojima looking for Portillo. Had it knocked away, and we'll see Yui key it back in again. 12 minutes gone by second half, and Moraine Valley needing to rally in this one. They trail 5-0 in game 3 of our second day of tournament coverage. And that one out the near sideline. It'll go to Monroe College. A substitution on that far side. Checking back into the ball game is Deanna Lang taking a seat. Alex Abed for Moraine Valley. This one tossed in. Nojima has it go by. Bluford will throw it into the middle of the field. And this one settles in midfield. I want to remind you, fans, you can follow all of the action of the 2015 NJCAA Division I Women's Soccer National Championship live on NJCAA TV. Just go to www.njcaaatv.com to view live and archive video of each game. Relive all the exciting plays and great memories of this year's tournament by visiting www.njcaaatv.com. If you'd like to go online there, you can see the 5 goals in the first half from this one. Was an exciting one. Got 31 more minutes left in this second half as the intensity continues to ratchet up for Moraine Valley. Not a whole lot of time for them to rally, down by 5. This ball out the touchline. And this will be a corner kick for Monroe College, number 7 of the game. Had 6 in that first half. This is their first of the second half. Here it is. Bit of an in-swinger. Loose through the box. It'll roll out the back. Don't think it was deflected. It wasn't, and it's a goal kick for Kaylin Aguiarto. So if you did miss that first half, 5 goals from Monroe College, 2 of them from Alini De Lima. A very good start to this title defense for Monroe College. Sent ahead, Portillo. Working to the side of the box, trying to center it. She does, and it's picked up by Aguiarto. She dives on top of it. A couple of players have had some very nice starts to their tournament. Eastern Florida's team had 7 goals in that win last night. Paula Estida-Zeran had a hat trick, 3 goals for the Spaniard in that one. If I remember correctly, 5 of the 7 coming from the Spaniards, Estida-Zeran and Paula Hernandez. Moraine Valley played to the top. This one back out. Here comes Maribela Rodriguez. She couldn't get much on it, and it's cleared out by Monroe College. Mustangs control for a moment. Ball played back to the middle of the field. Bluford heads it, and it's going to roll out this near sideline. Throw-in coming for Moraine Valley. Let's go back to that last save made by Kaylin Aguiarto. Here's the center, and this ball bouncing in. Aguiarto comes out and just makes a play on it, covers it up to keep this a 5-0 match. Sent ahead. Ball loose in midfield. Moraine Valley controls. Back to the near side. This last touched by the Cyclones. Yui Nojima to toss it in. She handles. Nice little touch to Munasar. Romeo into the game. Sends that across midfield. Now to the far side. Here's Tiffany Reyes. Will circle back out. Munasar. Ball volleyed. Settled. Sent into the middle and turned away. That one by Melissa Gonzalez as she battles for it here once again, but it's controlled by Moraine Valley and Deanna Lang. Sent ahead. This ball going to continue rolling. Coming out, Tiffany Martinez is going to send it out that far sideline. Martinez had to come out a third of the way to make sure that there wasn't a breakaway opportunity for Moraine Valley. Up 5-0, that's effort in this kind of a game. 27.5 minutes to go in the second half. Ball volleyed out. Moraine Valley will keep control. Ball sent into the box. Monroe College trying to gain control here, but the Mustangs able to turn it away. Moraine Valley trying to put some pressure on. Nothing doing. Rodriguez. Marabella, 21 goals this season, looking for her first of the tournament. Monroe able to turn it around. Here's Rodriguez. On the run. Ball volleyed. Ends up with Caitlin Shea. To Gonzalez. And once again, Monroe College will set the back line and change the point of attack. 26-minute mark. Second half, 5-0 Monroe College. And that pass errant behind Nojima. This is our third game of the day. Spartanburg Methodist and Pima will finish out the day after this. That's slated for a 5:30 start. Ball in. Monroe controls. It's pushed to the center. This is coming. Deflected. Marabella Rodriguez, a free run, and coming out, making the play, is Tiffany Martinez. Heads up there. Marabella Rodriguez thought she had an opportunity, couldn't quite get there in time. And Monroe College handles. Garber not only going with the secondary unit here for his team, they've also slowed down the pace quite a bit. Up 5-0 after a half. Nojima. Sends it to the near side, and that one iced out the near sideline. Let's take a look at that last opportunity here. Ball kind of deflected. Marabella Rodriguez running at it, and Tiffany Martinez, a nice play to come out and make the catch, secure the ball. 24.5 minutes to go in the second half, and Nojima will key this one in. Gabrielle Bluford. Cindy Fuentes sends it into the middle of the pitch. Back to Bluford. Fuentes. They're playing that center field position on the defensive line. And to the far side, Tiffany Reyes. Nojima will go get this one. Monroe College taking their time. Ball taken away for a moment by Moraine Valley. It's out of bounds. Last touched by Monroe College. A couple of substitutes into this one. Both of them for Moraine Valley. Checking into the ball game, Alex Abed and Zalali Manduhano. Maribela Rodriguez controls. A little bit of space for her. And her shot wide right. Never even had a chance there. May have been deflected by Gonzalez, but the call doesn't indicate that. A full slate of games set for you tomorrow. We've now seen, after tomorrow's game, we will have seen every team in the tournament. This Moraine Valley team will be done after this game. They've played their 2 games in pool play, that is. And unless they rally here, they'll be done for the tournament as well after falling to Iowa Central 4-0. They trail 5-0 here. Ball loose at midfield. Tomorrow, Darton State will take on Butler. Winner of that game will move on to the semifinals. Lewis and Clark will play Iowa Central. That game will not determine who moves on in pool play necessarily. Well, in part it will. They all do, I guess. But the winner of that game will not be guaranteed to move on unless it's Butler. Unless it's, that is, Iowa Central. Lewis and Clark will need a win, and to win big to do it after losing by 2 today. Goal differential is the difference. This Monroe College team will take on Tyler, a 7-2 matchup. Tyler beat this Moraine Valley team 4-0 yesterday, and that should prove to be a very intriguing matchup on day 3 of the tournament. And rounding out day number 3 will be the 8-seed Pima taking on the top overall and host team, Eastern Florida State. They put up a 7 spot yesterday in their win over Spartanburg Methodist, a 7-0 win. Ball into the middle of the field. Controlled here, Maribela Rodriguez. Defense converges. Rodriguez trying to circle her way around. Able to beat the defender. Nicely done. Lofted to the top of the box. Flicked on, and that ball is going to run away from Moraine Valley's Alex Abed. That ball would have settled right. It could have been an interesting opportunity for the Cyclones. Bluford waits for it. Nojima. Deflected out of bounds, last touched by Monroe College. That one goes off Maribel Portillo. Under 20 minutes to go here in the second half. This one all Monroe College. They scored 5 goals in that first half. Just about finishing up our first 2 days of tournament play. We've seen a lot of impressive performances. Of the 6 games, 5 of them have been shutouts as well. 1 upset. Laramie coming away with the upset earlier today, the game prior to this one. They scored 3 goals in the second half to beat Lewis and Clark at 10-6. That also broke the shutout streak at 5 games. Butler, Iowa Central, Tyler, Eastern Florida, and Darton State, the top 5 seeds in this tournament, all pitching shutouts today. Toss up the sideline. Marabella Rodriguez ends up with it. We'll take it across the field. A little bit of room to work with here. Marabella Rodriguez's shot will roll out the touchline, and really nothing doing there. Tiffany Martinez will go get it and punt this one away. Moraine Valley, their head coach is Albert Pilar. Before coming into this tournament, he talked about what a learning experience it was going to be for this team. A local guy, this Moraine Valley school is just southwest of the city of Chicago in Illinois. Was a four-year starter at St. Xavier University, which is located in Chicago, before playing overseas in Poland, then of course got into coaching, is now the head man of this Moraine Valley team. Here's an opportunity for Monroe College. The shot turned away. Back to the top of the box. This one turned on again and fired errantly wide to the right. That shot from Maya Romero. Kaylin Ayarto. She hands it off to her teammate, Courtney Hanold, who sends it back upfield to Marabella Rodriguez. Her pass, little miscommunication there. A turnover. Rodriguez frustrated. Nojima's pass knocked out the near sideline. This one will go back to the Cyclones. Throw-in is flipped out the near sideline, and we have one substitution. The first substitution of the second half for Monroe College. Brianna McGrath into the ball game. McGrath, a freshman midfielder from New Jersey. Nojima. Nifty footwork there from Portillo. And she controls here. Nice cut. Has McGrath to her left. Will shift it to her. McGrath at the top of the box has it knocked out. And here's a left-footed shot at Yarto. Able to dive on top of. And Monroe held at 5 goals. That one off the foot of Sabrina Cardona. Nice little give and go here. McGrath looking to set it up on the left side of the box. She goes down. They say play on. And Nojima controls. Bluford. Nojima looking to send it down the sideline. Cut off. And this one taken away by Marabella Rodriguez. Perhaps a mistake from Monroe here. Rodriguez in the left side of the box. One-on-one. Her shot is going to get by Tiffany Martinez and into the back of the net. Marabella Rodriguez with the goal. And it's a 5-1 lead for Monroe College. Rodriguez, her 22nd goal of the year, first of the tournament. And this just a mental mistake by Monroe College. Rodriguez able to take it away to the left side, waited for Tiffany Martinez to commit. And Rodriguez put it in the back of the net. Under 15 minutes to go. Perhaps this Moraine Valley team showing a little bit of life. The left side. Monroe, another opportunity. That centering pass is knocked out. They were looking for McGrath. Let's take a look before the corner kick. This Marabella Rodriguez opportunity one more time, and she just rolled right over the top of it. You don't have to put them all up in the air there. Just roll it in there by the goalie, and that's what Rodriguez did. 8th corner kick of the game, setting up for Monroe. Maribel Portillo sent into the front. This ball loose out the back of the goal. McGrath. Ball rolls out of bounds. This will go back to Moraine Valley. Kaylin Aguiarto will handle it. We're under 14 minutes in this second half, but Maribela Rodriguez picking up her 22nd goal of the year. Was shut out in that first game, a 4-0 loss to Tyler. I'd mentioned just a few moments ago she was showing quite a bit of frustration on that field while they were struggling to come up with some sort of offensive opportunities, and Monroe College kind of let off the gas for a moment, a mental mistake. And now here's Rodriguez again, a little bit of open field. Plays it off to her right. It's controlled by Monroe, however. Rodriguez again. Here's coming. Sent long, this over the head of Rodriguez. It'll go back to Monroe College. Toss in for Monroe. You know, you look top to bottom at the games we've already seen. We have seen quite a few impressive performances. The offense from Monroe College, though, has been one of the best of the first 2 days. Of course, 7 goals put up by Eastern Florida. They were very impressive. Julia Hernandez, Paula Estida-Zaran, 5 goals combined, a hat trick for Estida-Zaran yesterday. Those Spaniards on the same page and communicated well against Spartanburg Methodist. That was probably the most impressive offensive performance, but I would put this Monroe team right up there. Don't look at the total goals because, you know, Jonathan Garber pulled out a majority of his starters. This ball is knocked out the touchline, and we'll see another corner kick. This is now 9 for Monroe in the game. Butler played crisply against Schoolcraft, very well polished. And of course, I haven't even mentioned Tyler yet. They put up 4 goals against this Moraine Valley team. And the big theme of the first day and a half, at least, this ball in, controlled by Aguiarto. She dives on top of it. The big theme has been all of the shutouts, 5 of them in the first 7 games. Now, the Maribela Rodriguez goal takes away the possibility of us seeing 6 and 7, that is. But the goalkeepers have played well for the most part, or at least half of them. And it's impressive just to see Kaylin Aguiarto out here today after taking a blow to the head yesterday, having to leave that game with a cut on the back of her head. She took a knee to the side of her head. Opportunity for Monroe. Here's a shot that is wide. Speaking of Aguiarto, let's take a look once again off that corner kick. Aguiarto is going to jump on this ball. It was loose for a long time in the box. An attempted header by McGrath, and Aguiarto able to jump on top of it. Monroe still putting some pressure on here. Munasar, Moraine Valley controls. Stafira sends it ahead. And then Monroe able to regain possession. This second half played mainly in the middle third here. It's been kind of a back and forth affair. The 1 goal to Maribela Rodriguez to end the shutout. And this will turn the ball back over to Moraine Valley. This one dumped in. Maribela Rodriguez. Nice leading touch. Here she comes again. Another chance. Shot here by Rodriguez. She's got her 2nd of the day. Played along to Maribela Rodriguez. She settled it once, placed it ahead, and then beat Tiffany Martinez for her second goal within the last 10 minutes or so. 23rd of the year for the freshman from Chicago, Illinois. Let's watch that one again. And Maribela Rodriguez able to play this one ahead and timed it well and just blew it by Tiffany Martinez. Makes it a 5-2 game. Monroe leads. Now you think 5-2, this does not matter much. But a win tomorrow over Tyler, and Tyler and Monroe are both sitting there at 1-1. The goal differential comes into play. Let's look one more time at this one. This time she's coming right up that right side, and Rodriguez able to just beat Tiffany Martinez, who may have been a little late coming out of the goal there to make a play on it. That run developed quickly. Ball out, Monroe to toss it in. 8.5 to go, second half. Ball centered. Sent back out that far sideline, and another throw in for Monroe College. Mustangs 13-2 entering this tournament. Moraine Valley's 14-1 entering, 14-2 after the loss yesterday to Tyler. Here's Rodriguez again. She's starting to wake up a little bit here. Maribela Rodriguez, nifty move in the open field. Shifts it off to a teammate. Up that far side. This is Maggie Hacker trying to send it in, and it's played a little bit too long. And Nojima able to clear it out. This one sent long. Picked up by Tiffany Martinez, and she's going to take some time with it. Trying to run some of that clock. 7.5 to go. Martinez surveying, and now finally Moraine Valley will run someone at her and make her pick the ball up. Kick angles near side, just about midfield. Misplayed by Moraine Valley. Out the near sideline. And here's a substitution. Checking into this game, Maya Romero. Sitting down is Tiffany Reyes. So Romero into the game. Toss in, Monroe will keep possession. Portillo will do it. This one will go to Moraine Valley as they throw it in. Header out near side. This one goes off of Moonsar. And Moraine Valley will make another personnel change. Francis Corona checks in, sitting down is Zalali Manduhano. This is a free kick for Moraine Valley. A foul on the near side here, just in bounds. Portillo sending this one ahead. And it's a race to the side. Cyclones able to play it out the near sideline. Monroe looking long that time for Caitlin Shea. Five and a half left second half. A couple of goals from Maribela Rodriguez in this second half have made this one interesting. Ball out. It's a goal kick. Last touched by by Monroe, that is. Another substitution for Moraine Valley. In Cecilia Esquivel. Stafira will take a seat. Munasar. Looking for Shea. Couldn't settle it. Ball loose on the near side. Portillo to Shea. Lets it roll, trying to turn that corner. Couldn't do it. This one left out long. Maribela Rodriguez couldn't quite get there. Correction, that was Esquivel. Long run for Monroe here. 4:10 to go, second half. Mustangs closing in on starting this tournament 1-0 in their title defense. This team, the national champion, opening up this tournament, looking to make it back-to-back. Inadvertent handball here. We'll give the ball back to Moraine Valley. This one out by Maribela Rodriguez. She's stepping on the sideline there, able to draw a throw in for the Cyclones. And another substitution, this one for Moraine Valley. Liliana Cabrera checking in. Headed out. We'll have another throw in for the girls from the state of Illinois. Here's a toss in. Monroe controls for a minute. This one into the box. Coming out, making a nice play, Tiffany Martinez. Moraine had Alex Abed in there to make a run at it, but she wasn't quite quick enough. This one punched out of bounds at the near side. We do want to thank you for joining us here on our coverage of the NJCAA Women's Soccer Championships in Melbourne, Florida on NJCAA TV. Nick Runowitz here. We'll be with you here all week as this tournament progresses. We have another game here left today, 4 tomorrow. Semifinal Friday. That's a pair of games. And then the final Saturday night. It's going to be an exciting week. Cannot wait. See which one of these 12 teams makes a run to become the champion. I'll tell you what we already do know. After today's games, under 2 minutes to go. Schoolcraft falling to Darton State, the 9 seed eliminated. They cannot win after falling in their first 2 games. Now Laramie and Lewis and Clark went head-to-head, and Laramie with the upset 3-1 there. They keep their tournament hopes alive. It'll keep our eyes on this Lewis and Clark team. And, of course, this game here, Moraine and Monroe. And as I mentioned, the Mustangs. You get a look at Jonathan Garber, the fourth-year head coach, 58-6, and a national title a season ago. His team opening up their tournament with 5 goals. They've led in 2 here in the second half. Maribela Rodriguez with a nifty move. She doesn't have a whole lot of quit in her. Left-footed shot blocked away. 60 seconds left in the second half. Moraine Valley make it an interesting here late. Here's Maribela Rodriguez again. Player still down for Monroe College. This one out to the near side, Alex Abed trying to play it in, and sliding out Tiffany Martinez, and a player down for Monroe College. Out near the box. They're going to bring a trainer out to take a look at her. Still down as the trainer takes a look there. I want to say that's Maya Romero wearing the number 18. It's a tough angle from here to see, but if it were my guess, this happened on the Maribela Rodriguez shot. And maybe Rodriguez caught her with the follow through, but they are now taking a look at the player down with 35 seconds to go here in the second half. And now sitting up, you can see that it's Maya Romero. She is slow to get up and get off the field. And it has to do with the middle or upper part of her back. She pointing at that quite a bit and holding it as she walks off the field here. And we'll get things restarted in just a moment and finish this one out. A 5-2 lead for Monroe College. You hope Romero is all right. And for Jonathan Garber, when you're up 5-0 after a half, 5-2 this late, and I'm sure every coach will echo this sentiment. The next question you have is, are we healthy in a tournament like this where you're going to play 3 games in 3 days? Make it 4 days. Long ball to Monroe. Punched ahead. This for Shea. She's knocked off the ball. Shea will then do some knocking herself. They say play on. Shea shot. Headed out. 10 seconds left here in the second half. And the ball out. Last touch by Moraine Valley. Monroe College going to toss it in, and that's going to take us to the end of our third game of the day. Final 5-2. Monroe College gets the victory. A pair of goals from Alini de Lima. All 5 come in the first half. Maribela Rodriguez makes it interesting from the Cyclones. A pair of goals from her, but it is not enough. It's a win into the semifinal game tomorrow between the Mustangs and Iowa Central. We'll cover that then. 4th game of the day coming up in a moment. You're watching the NJCAA Women's Soccer Championships on NJCAA TV.